Hey YouTube, this is Ben Gessel. How's it going? Um, I just want to mention this quick. There's a quick video about a few dreams I had last night. One of them is kind of orient, or it's always the end of dreams that you tend to remember the most. But this, I think, apparently I was in some kind of, I was in high school again, but it wasn't. It wasn't my high school, or it was a. I was in high school, but it also had elements of college and stuff. But um, so I was playing in a concert band, um, or wind symphony or whatever. I guess you could say, yeah, in high school, and but just winds and percussion, no strings. And I guess I was first horn, and yeah, principal horn, and but in high school it's just first horn or I don't know, first chair, whatever. And yeah, this was weird. Um, for some reason there was a piece being handed out to everyone, and someone said that I wasn't playing any in it, in the horn section. Yeah, I was just not someone else's first horn in that piece, and I was like, what? But I wasn't even playing it. Period. Like I was out just for that piece. It didn't make any sense, and then in the midst of my confusion and frustration and all that stuff, and you know, my angst. Um, Someone else in the trumpet section tries to calm me down, and I'm just like really, really, really not nice to this guy. so, but so out of the blue. It's so out of the blue. Um, and every single piece I've ever played anywhere, whether it's high school or college or after my undergrad years, um, that never happened that way. I mean, in community orchestras, sometimes there are, orchestra is a little different. There are pieces that require all horns, and there are pieces that don't. And so we kind of understand that already. And in concert band, it's usually not the case. It's usually the case that it's all four horns are needed. But I don't know, exceptions. If you're first horn or second horn, you're probably going to be playing everything. If you're third or fourth horn, you might not play in everything, but that's generally more the case with orchestra. And you tend to have the music that is not needed. Or you tend to have the music that you don't need all the horns later in the rehearsals, that sort of thing, so they can go home, and or they can do, I don't know. Usually orchestra is, it depends on the college, but sometimes they're in the evening. At least it was the case at Central Washington. But if it's not in the evening, you still have the same situation where you let the third and fourth horns go early if you don't need them. But a lot of times in orchestra, um, stuff that requires only two horns is more just for chamber orchestra, and they have a chamber orchestra in college, that sort of thing. But there's always, I don't know, every situation is a little different, but that's usually how they handle it in college, and you just kind of know that. You expect that. But it's really unusual to not have the first horn play, not have the first horn play, especially in high school. So it was just a dumb dream. Anyway, anyway, now the next dream I wanted to mention was had to do with the bell, my bell, my French horn bell. This has been a recurring dream, and I just, it's really bothering me. But I had some repairs done to my horn or bell a while back that maybe I'll still need to kind of work out a bit more in the future regarding the threading for my detachable bell. It's a real headache, and to repair it. It's repairable, but the thing is that there's a big difference between what's happening in my dreams, which I would realize, and my so there's a big difference between yeah the horn that I had in my dreams versus my real life horn. If that makes sense. Regarding the metal, regarding yeah, so in real life, even if you have a brass bell, it's a little bit softer. It's still hard. It's not. It isn't squishy. It's never just. It isn't like aluminum foil. It doesn't crumple that easily. It's still hard. And brass bells usually have other metals like zinc and nickel and stuff to further make it a little bit harder. Copper is a little bit softer, but it's. I mean, they're all hard. If you have a 100% copper horn or brass instrument, that can be a little softer, of course. But we're still by softer. I mean, it's very far from being like aluminum foil. That's ridiculous. So, so my bell is detachable in real life, and so it's detachable in my dream. And for some reason, it kept getting like it was like aluminum foil. It kept getting crumpled. Whenever it touched anything, it didn't hold its shape. And so here, most of my horn was fine, but my bell was just this crumpled mess. Whenever I played, I was like, something is wrong with the sound. What is it? And I was able to get kind of an okay sound, but it's my bell. And then I tried to reshape it on the spot, kind of trying to make it all back to its original shape. And no matter what I did, if I tried to rest my bell on my leg, weight of the horn would just crush it. So I had to keep it off my leg, had to just hold it up in midair. It would still, no matter what I did, I mean, it's insane. And it was ridiculous. And it was frustrating. It was, I had to keep reshaping it all the time. My gosh. Anyway, so then of course I woke up and I was just like, that's absurd. But that's just way. I imagine I've mentioned this kind of dream before. It's something that's I don't know why. Sometimes I have these recurring dreams of the same subject matter. It's just anyway. Music instruments are like that. They're like your babies, kind of, and when stuff happens to it, it's not cool. So I don't know. I know I'll probably at some point get a different horn. I don't know. Just one of these days. Anyway, leave me thoughts and comments below. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.